and
I
scam
want to
trials.
talk to Scarce for a second. Dude, what was it like when the biggest players on YouTube were all pimping your channel?
Oh yeah, yeah. So I got like like over 1 million subs in 1 month.
Can
It
you
was like
lay
a bigger
out
month than
the
85.
lay out how
Yeah,
it went down?
I don't know this whole story. Let me like, what is it?
Yeah, so like so basically like this happened in like June of last year, or yeah, I guess last year. And I don't know, I was just, my channel was doing really well. I was still making like 1 million views a video, but there was like a bunch of people that like that, who Leafy is and Grade A Under A. They came to me. They're like, dude, we're thinking about making a video telling everyone to subscribe to you, and to unsubscribe to Keemstar. Okay, like Drama Alert. And I basically was just like, no, don't do it, because I didn't want them to do it in the first place, because I was just thinking like, this is just going to cause so much drama for me in the long run. Like later on, I know I'm going to get a bunch of shit for this. And to be honest, that actually did kind of happen. But they told me like, dude, we're going to pimp out your channel. We're going to get you a ton of subscribers. And they did it. I mean, I told them not to do it, but they still did it, which is awesome. And, but I got like a ton of fucking subscribers. I remember like one day I made like over 200,000 subs, and it was just the most incredible thing ever. Like
Wow.
yeah. And the problem with that is it's like now it's like with money. It's like nowadays, it's like if I get a ton of subscribers, it doesn't really matter to me. And it kind of sucks, because it kind of took all the fun out of that, where it's like I like growing my channel on my own. I didn't like other people just shouting me out and stuff. But I mean, it's insane. It was like 1 million subs in 1 month or something. Like it was incredible. And I've never seen a paycheck like that. And I don't think I ever will see a paycheck like that for the rest of my life. Like that was just incredible. And my family didn't even
That's
realize.
awesome.
Yeah, my family didn't even realize that. My dad would always be like, okay, John, you're going to be a fucking garbage when you grow up, right? And once I started making serious money, now he's like constantly calling me and stuff. And it's like, it's funny to see how your parents kind of like, they don't take any of the YouTube stuff seriously until you actually get a big paycheck, which is completely fine with me, because I understand. Because I dropped out of college when I was only making like $5,000 a month, which is still not bad money, right? But they were so scared for me. They're like, dropping out of college, it's going to ruin a lot of things for you. Like if you go back to college next year, you're not going to be with your peers. And when I eventually did it, I don't know, I winged it, and it worked out so well. And I feel like most YouTubers aren't gaining a ton of subscribers right now. Like I feel like my channel's already plateaued, and it's kind of just gone downhill at this point. I feel like that happens with every YouTuber though. Like every single YouTuber, they have a
There's
point
a
in their
bell
channel.
curve.
Exactly. And it's like the thing is
burnout.
with YouTube's algorithm, it'll stop recommending those videos to people. So it's like nowadays, it's like I barely gain subscribers every day, because it's just like, I don't know, I lose a ton of subscribers and I gain a bunch of subscribers, and it's just YouTube isn't recommending my channel as much anymore. And the only people who I really see growing a ton right now on YouTube are people who like upload a ton. Like they upload like 5 videos a day, like, and they, they have the most clickbait titles and thumbnails to try to get in everyone's recommended. And I feel like those are the only people who are really growing right now on YouTube. And PewDiePie's growing.
How much did PewDiePie grow after that whole Wall Street Journal thing?
He got like
I'm sure
100K
someone
subs
kept track
in
of
one
it.
day. Yeah, he got like 100K subs in one day. And he's doing insane right now. Definitely his best month in a long time. And I don't know, PewDiePie's making ridiculous views. I mean, this dude's making like 6 million views a video, and I never thought that would even be possible on YouTube, because he's just uploading every single day, making consistent 6 million views. It's pretty incredible. It really is.
What's incredible has changed too. It used to be incredible if someone got a million views every video. Like that was incredible. Yeah, 1 million views was kind of my mark for what viral is. If you got 1 million views, you went viral. Now there are a lot of channels who just get 1 million views every video.
I was getting 2 million views consecutively for like a couple months there, and I double uploaded. I uploaded twice in a day, and both those videos made 2 million views, and like it was incredible.
Jesus.
But yeah, but everyone has like my videos nowadays make like 700,000 to 1 million views. So I mean, it's still good, but it's like I'm never gonna hit that again. You know what I mean? It kind of sucks, because I feel like that happens with every single YouTuber. It's like your personality kind of wears out. It's like, and people really enjoy it, and then it's like eventually people lose interest with every YouTube channel.
I like
Do you have ideas for like a post
It-
YouTube thing, like something to launch
I have
into,
a
like
ton of
something
money
else to keep
saved.
your interest?
Yeah, I have a ton of money saved. Like the biggest purchase I made maybe was like the Tesla, and then like I'm leasing a house right now. But that's really it. I have a ridiculous amount of money saved, and my uncle is like a big Wall Street investor, and he's like helping me out with like things to invest in and stuff. And I don't know. I just know that I'm never going to spend enough money to where I kind of feel scared about like, oh shit, am I gonna have enough money to pay for a college, to pay for college now or something? Because I'm definitely gonna go back to college. I mean, I'm not gonna be, but I just feel like I'm always gonna
So
have
you
enough
don't
money
see yourself like retiring afterward. You see it more like, all right, I'll just be able to do whatever job I want, and whatever
And
I
have
do
a lot
make
of money
is
in the bank.
just gravy. But I just want to make sure I'm doing something I like, even if I'm making 20 grand a year or whatever.
Yeah, and also I took Woody's advice and I invested in the S&P, and it's been doing really well. The problem is I'm so young, and it's like, like my account wanted me to invest in like a Roth IRA, and it's like, I'm like really fucking young right now. It's gonna be another 40 years until I'm able to take that money out. You know what I mean? So
It's a long time.
yeah, so it's really hard to do that, but I've done it a little bit, and apparently it's going to be like $50 million or something by the time I can take it out. But I don't know. I'm just going to wait and see.
40 years from now.
That'll be enough
Yeah,
to buy
exactly.
a Tesla 8. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that'll be enough to wheelbarrow it to the bread line by then. You know.
It's kind of neat how, like,
It'll keep us warm in the winters.
Yes.
I wonder what it would cost, like, to get grade A and Leafy and like Pyrotech or whatever to do what they did for you. Like, I'm sure it's not for
Oh yeah,
sale,
it'd be
but
incredible.
everything's for sale because there are kingmakers in YouTube who can just like mention someone in an outro and make them rich, and I don't know the fact that
That's funny. A kingmaker.
right there's a controllable lottery that these kingmakers have, and they can just say, hey, like, I don't like this is a guy you'd like it. Who did there was just a huge takedown recently. Oh, it was of some girl, I don't know. iDubbbz just took down some girl. Help me, you must
Yeah,
know
Tana
them.
Mojo.
Yeah, if he had said an alternative to her, like, oh, you should subscribe to this person instead, he would have knighted her queen. I guess you don't knight
Yep.
queens, but whatever. Like, I don't know. It's interesting that kind of.
Her-
Yeah, I'm not British. I don't know what the fuck.
That's funny.
I guess you hit him with a sword. I don't know what the fuck. I
a lord of all ladies. You know?
I mean,
So-
that's definitely the best way to get subscribers is if someone's really fucking like a horrible person. You act like they're a horrible person, and you tell them, okay, this is a better alternative. This person's nicer. That's like the best way to get someone subscribers.
There's another way. I don't even know if I want to say it on the
So much
show,
sense.
but like, people are buying publicity, and I thought that was really interesting. Like, they're buying advertising for their videos, and they can just sort of make themselves go viral. And as you know, like, sometimes it just
The Lamborghini guy.
It wasn't him. But like, there are people who make good videos on YouTube who are getting like 6,000 views or whatever, and they just need to be pumped. Like,
Yeah. There's
there's a guy I can
I
name.
discovered, or
Let me just run with it. So Tucker Gott,
Yeah.
he makes paramotor videos, and really they are like edited at like a Casey Neistat level almost. And he usually has good music, which I could never seem to find when I was making a lot of vlogs. And he went he got real high rated on Reddit or something at like 500,000 view videos. And this guy who spent a year at less than 5,000 subs is at like 35,000 over 4 weeks. And I know 35,000 isn't a big number to the some of
by
the guys-
percentage, that's an enormous growth, though.
Yeah,
Is what you're saying. Yeah.
And the thing is, he's growing like 2,000 subs a day, which again seems small, but like when I was working
that's
my
great.
way to 1 million, like that's what I was getting, like 1,600 subs a day.
2,000 subs a day is really nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's
I don't
getting
even
it.
make.
You don't get 2,000 subs a day right now.
My channel's been kind of at like kind of just a downhill slope right now. It's just because I'm not uploading as much, not putting as much effort into it. Because like you said, like after you make all the subscribers, it's kind of hard for you to have that passion again to like really want to grind out videos and stuff. I mean, that was like the most fun ever on YouTube when you have like a small amount of subscribers, you're just grinding out videos and you're making a ton of growth, and you might not be making a ton of money, but you're just happy to see more and more people commenting every day. And that I'll never have that passion again. I'm sure you guys won't either. I mean, I feel like it's like with every YouTuber, the same shit happens.
For me, I worked a day job, right? And I worked for there a long time, and a lot of young people maybe don't have the experience of having a job that you have to have, right? Like, this is a job where if I lose it, bad shit happens, right? Like, people lose health care, houses, like, just bad shit happens if I lose this job. So I was always working to like impress my peers, impress my boss, and not that I was ever at risk or anything, I just felt a little oppressed. Like, every morning I'd go to work, and the side of the building, I'd walk past dumpsters to get in, and it was this big concrete mirrored glass thing, and like it was my personal hell walk, you know, just like, oh my god, here I go into this place. All the cubes, the fabric was the color of like a dirty dish rag, and like that was the environment that I worked in, like all day, all the time. And when YouTube was sort of booming, it was like, man, like I talked earlier on the show how I would work for like 9 months overtime, like every day till like 8 p.m., 9 p.m., 10 p.m., just working, like really driving important projects and get like a $2,000 bonus. I was thankful for it. And then on YouTube, like you're earning that every day. Like,
you upload a video, you make $2,000 off of it.
Yeah, well, my videos didn't get as many views as like the current stars got, you know, but I was getting like at my peak, I'd do 250,000 views a video, and I'd do like 2 videos a day. And, you know, then I've got I had a pretty nice long tail because I make a lot of videos. I've got like almost 3,000 videos. And, I don't know. It was just like here at work, if I do really well, I'll get like a 3% raise, and I didn't get a raise last year. So that's like in 2 years, a 3% raise. Meanwhile, on YouTube, I'm growing at like 1.6% daily.
Because I think a lot of people don't realize that they could just work for themselves. And when you work for yourself, it's like you're making your own dreams come true. If you work for someone else, you're making their dreams come true. And it's like that, like with my staff that work for me, I pay them really well. Like I have this one guy in Mexico right now. He lives in Sonora, Mexico. This dude's making almost 6 digits a year. Okay, this dude is balling out right now. Like his family doesn't know about his money because they would. He's like 24, 25. He has a degree, but like most people in Mexico have degrees. They can't get any jobs, any work, nothing. But this dude, like, he's not even telling his family about the money he's making. He's keeping it all secret because they would just steal all of his money. But he's like, I mean, he's saving up right now. He's going to buy a nice ass house in like around Mexico City. But it's like, the thing is I realized that I could pay this guy so much less. Like most of my staff, I pay like a very small fraction of what I'm actually making, and that's what most bosses do because you're the boss, right? You don't want to pay them, you know, a ridiculous amount of money because it's like you could just get anyone to really do that job for you. So I feel like you really should, if you really want to have freedom and you want to be, you know, be flexible, have your own hours and stuff, you should just do your own thing, you know, start a YouTube channel or something. But I know with a lot of people, it's not that easy, you know, and I worked a few minimum wage jobs. I didn't actually work, you know, because I'm too young. I didn't actually work anywhere where it was like I had to work there. I just worked there for some extra cash or something to buy some weed, you know. But you know, so I understand where you're coming. Well, I don't understand where you're coming from, Woody, and I think it's pretty awful. Like I feel like working a job where you're just working 9 to 5. It's just like you have no freedom. You have to stay there. You have to work. You have to work overtime. You're working for pennies basically. It's awful, and honestly, I don't know if I could be able to do that now at this point. Like, if you told me I had to work a 9 to 5 job right now, I would get so depressed. I'd probably kill myself. I'm not even joking. Like, that type of shit just seems so awful, like, to me right now, because I'm just so used to this. And I feel like for most of you guys, it just seems pretty awful. If you,
I wonder about that. Like, there are a lot of, actually, a big chunk of the people who super thrive on YouTube are super young. So unless they're, you know, like Quibblecop smart and invest it and never have to work again, or maybe you too, it sounds like you're doing great. It's like, man, these guys are just ruined. Like, you know.
I know this one guy who like bought a Bugatti and he didn't pay his taxes that year because most of these small entertainers I talk to, they don't even realize they have to pay taxes. And it's like, I'm like, dude, so you didn't pay taxes last year? And he's like, no, it's not that big a deal. No one's gonna know. I'm like, bro, you got to be kidding me. And this guy, you know, he made like $1 million that year. Yeah, it's like I have to. It's like taxes are ridiculous too. Like, I have to pay like $500,000 in taxes this year. It's fucking incredible. And it's like this dude just bought a Bugatti. He didn't even. It's so stupid. I absolutely. But it's a lot of these young entertainers that don't realize that they have to, you know, save up. You have to pay your taxes. You really don't make as much money as you think you're making. You make like a very small fraction of that, to be honest.